Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Taurus. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the week starting April 12th, 2021. And just a quick heads up for all y'all out there, if you are a member of my Patreon, don't forget this weekend to check out the weekly bonus astrology report, and you can follow the links down below for more, info there. And remember, we are also doing double readings, so each section gets 2 cards. So when it comes to the astrology I want to talk about in this video, well, this week, as we begin it on the 12th, we have a new moon in Aries, your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone and hidden knowledge, forming a gorgeous sextile to Mars, which is in your 2nd house of earned income and employment, Gemini. And we are actually seeing a new beginning for something that you may have actually had to leave behind, or maybe something that you would like to simply start back up again as it relates to maybe a career or financial pursuit. When we have a new moon in the 12th house, we're actually getting a chance to bring something back to life, or, take something that has maybe just been an idea or something that we left in the past, upgrade it, update it, and bring it into the now and into the present. With Mars in the 2nd house, this could actually be something that does promise to generate some liquidity for you, or maybe provide you some kind of career advantage once incorporated. And you might actually find that there are some folks that could actually work with you, alongside you on this, as it would also provide them mutual benefit. As we get onto your cards, for your spiritual themes, you have the Temperance card reversed and the 5 of Pentacles upright. With the Temperance card reversed, I am seeing a lot of you Taurus people are really going to need to pay attention to where things that are maybe incompatible with us, we need to stop trying to force compatibilities where they're just not occurring and where they don't exist. It's not something that is always easy to confront, right? We have to become very secure within, whatever we're doing, whether this is a family matter, a social matter, romantic matter, professional matter. But the Temperance card reversed is indicating things that are fundamentally just incompatible. They're on different journeys, or, their activities, their works need to maybe be done in separate spaces. Well, that's going to become very apparent this week, because with the Temperance card reversed, it doesn't necessarily mean like we all have to run out and break up all our friendships and relationships and things like that. But it does indicate that, we're going to see where things that do not necessarily belong in the same lane might be clashing with each other. And we have to maybe take some time back from over blending, too much blending, or forced blending when it comes to journeys, priorities, styles, all of that, right? And, it's always better when people have their own individual lives and pursuits anyway. We can't just be, this amalgam, right? This two-headed monster. We want to make sure that everyone is living a full life in and of themselves. As we get on to the 5 of Pentacles upright, it's interesting. I'm actually seeing a lot of you also needing to pay attention to where maybe trying to recruit from, support or friends or all of that kind of stuff from people or from resources that are incompatible. We need to actually expand our horizons a little bit, because with the 5 of Pentacles, I'm actually seeing you're going to be addressing voids that you didn't really know were there this week. And these voids could be, material voids, emotional voids, social voids, things that you've already been kind of living with. Because with the Five of Pentacles, we're also seeing an opportunity to actually have those voids filled. But they have to be filled by the right thing, by that which is a compatible and vibrational match. And throughout the course of this week, you're going to be seeing where that's occurring. So with the Temperance card reversed, if you've kind of got roles and spaces filled by, incompatible situations or incompatible people or incompatible designations, where's the good match? Where's the right match going to fit in? We have to pay attention to where we have to allow for this shuffle, this big musical chairs to shake up your life, because there's a lot of reality correction going on here for you. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, your finances, you have the High Priestess upright and the Queen of Wands upright. And with the High Priestess upright, I'm actually seeing a lot of you Taurus people getting into a very good way with a hot tip, or maybe even some kind of guidance or escorting of you from one particular space, either in your career or in your role, maybe even to do with the financial circumstance you've got going on. And you're being kind of match made with another opportunity. You are actually getting the hook up to where something else that is much more promising in the short and long term is going to be. The High Priestess is also indicating here that this may actually be, almost like advice that's coming, or advisory type of direction from even people that you might not have expected this to come from, or maybe encouragement to come from people you didn't necessarily think would be all that encouraging. The High Priestess is also indicating that, yes, this probably will require an adjustment of maybe some short-term trajectories or short-term paths you've mapped out for yourself, but it is going to provide superior results. As we get on to your Queen of Wands upright, I'm also actually seeing a lot of you having something that you have been maybe trying to really bolster finally get its bolstering with the help of another person. Now, this could be coming from a boss, or maybe a new boss, or a friend, or a family member, or a business partner. The Queen of Wands is actually growing something with and for you. I'm actually seeing this energy show up where there is not only a boost to the productivity, a boost to the profits, but maybe even a boost in social availability, possibly a bit of local 15 minutes of fame, or, something where you are being elevated in stature visibly, to be more visibly, to be more prominent, let's say more prominent in your workforce as well, or in your field as well. As we get on to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you have the Eight of Cups reversed and the Seven of Cups upright. And with the Eight of Cups reversed, I'm seeing a lot of you Taurus people actually, having some kind of pleasant return, something coming back from the past, very much that new moon in Aries energy. And what's interesting about this is, again, I see it as pleasant. So if you're going to go and project emotional negativity in the comments below, you're cursing yourself. It's not me. The Eight of Cups reversed is indicating here that there is, something going on where this could be the return of a friend, the return of a contact, or the return of maybe even resources that, you have been separated from for some time, but it is coming back around. It's coming full circle to you. As we get on to the Seven of Cups upright, I am seeing that a lot of you are also going to be actually getting introduced to almost like an entirely new crowd, an entirely new social circle. I don't know if they're all unfamiliar faces. There could be some familiar faces. But with the Seven of Cups, as we get more deeply involved with this new crowd, or more deeply involved with maybe people we just don't often interact with as regularly as we could, a lot of your future plans are actually going to be up for reevaluation. Because of the Seven of Cups, we're also seeing kind of a lot of new ways we could go about achieving a goal than we have actually been maybe informed. Just be mindful with the Seven of Cups, it's brainstorm time, so we're not necessarily going to have everything be golden here. Do not overcommit or commit to something too early. As we get on to your challenges this week, you do have the Eight of Swords reversed and the Fool reversed. So your first challenge with the Eight of Swords reversed is releasing any kind of maybe discordant activity or insecurities or complexes that have registered on your consciousness, so that you can actually be ready to accept a lot of these blessings with an open heart. You know, whether it's the guidance of the High Priestess, the the promotional treatment of the Queen of Wands, this person coming back into your life, or these resources coming back to your life with the Eight of Cups reversed. The Eight of Swords reverse is indicating we have to let go of something that has actually been a bit of a fixation of ours, whether it's a temptation or a wound or even something from our past. Because the Eight of Swords reverse is indicating a need to clean our slate, but also understand that this is something that we will need to let go of now, because we can't bring it with us if we take on these journeys that are being offered. With the Fool card reversed, I am seeing we're also going to be spending some time needing to pay attention to where we have maybe been too careful with ourselves, or too protective of ourselves. Because with the Fool card reversed, there is actually this call to rebuild a bit of not only faith, but also release a lot of maybe pessimism or a lot of cynicism as well, especially when it comes to just, how the world works, right? It's kind of like, look, how do we change our mentality from scarcity to abundance? How do we change our mentality from, paranoia to love or pronoia? The thing that's happening here with the Fool card reverse is that you're going to see where, a lot of maybe old fears, whether they were justified in the past or not, are just not applicable to a lot of the things that are coming up in your now. We want to make sure we don't bring them with us. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we do have the Page of Cups reversed and the Justice card upright. And with the Page of Cups reversed, I'm actually seeing a lot of you Taurus people. There's something going on here where there is sort of uncomfortable affection. I'm not sure if this is being given to you or this is an exchange that's going on. I'm not getting this as sort of unwanted positive attention that you need to shut down. But this may be something that we do want to make sure that we are not judging as good or bad prematurely, because it's sort of like you are receiving maybe attention from somebody new or a different love language from a current partner that is putting us in a bit of an awkward state. But with the Page of Cups reversed, it does feel like it's positive, it's genuine. It may not necessarily be this week that you figure out whether or not this is something that does it for you, and maybe we're just uncomfortable with something that is new yet at the same time enjoyable, or if this is maybe something that is just not for you after all. Because with the Page of Cups reversed, we could be receiving something that would be, again, perfectly good for somebody else but not for you, or something that is for you, but you have to be comfortable having it because you've never had it before, and so it's kind of a bit weird, right? We have to adjust. We have to kind of make sure that we are giving it a clean slate to work with us. Now, this could be, again, a new person or even something new a partner's doing. However, when it comes to love and romance number 2, with the Justice card upright, I am seeing a new path of commitment being set this week. Now, whether this is maybe somebody new and you actually, agreeing to become exclusive or take things in a more intentional direction, or maybe a different kind of commitment being established with your current partner, the Justice card upright is saying a new road is being determined for this relationship. And it is something that does seem to set pretty strongly as well. So it's kind of like, okay, well, all mysteries are cleared up. We know where we stand with each other. We know where we stand with where we're going. And with the Justice card, it's sort of, again, it's a new commitment that is completely, not only is it codified, but, we actually commence with this next journey from here. This does promise to change some ways that we relate to our own relationship status, unless, of course, the relationship is way too new. And if that's the case, of course, don't rush to change the status because, that's not good. But this is something that I feel is, still going to give the appetizer of that experience as well. So that is what I've got for you, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.